Hello. Boo.
Hi again,
Are you
everyone.
guys shocked that we're here?
Forgot how to. Okay, I have to
To
check the link.
yeah,
The YouTube.
the usual steps we've already forgotten. It's
Okay, okay, it's
been
working.
1 month, 1 month, no, since we last spoke.
Yeah, August 31, exactly. I based it on when I tagged you in when we tagged
On
each other
Instagram
in an
stories.
Instagram story.
Actually, ano nga, I think the last live was for Mockingjay, and then we
Yeah, yeah,
haven't
yeah, from
watched the
Day.
movie.
Girl, our Discord has cobwebs.
Yeah, perfect for Halloween.
Right?
I feel like sobrang parang I think both of us kasi it changes like in our work and stuff. So
Yeah.
parang ang hirap na parang what do we do. Actually ako nga, sobrang randomly lang. Like post ako ng YouTube video.
Yeah, I
Very
saw.
random. Kasi parang ano na yun, actually film ko yun, ano pa, March? April?
Yeah.
Tapos nung inopen ko yung file, nakita ko, basically na-edit ko na siya. Like, kailangan ko na lang ng outro. So, parang ako,
Oh
oh,
my
sige na
gosh.
nga. Like, literally, yung outro ko, it was just like a photo booth, like screen
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
recording. Parang, parang, okay, this is the outro, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye.
Oh my god. Thanks for
I might
reminding
as
me
well.
that I also have two more videos to like
That
edit
you've already
and put.
filmed.
Oh my god. Looking at the
Hi,
dates.
Leonie. Hello, just about this. I need to read. Well, that's perfect because we just started, literally. So you'll have about 4 sprints. I think we'll do about 4 sprints, usually.
Yeah.
And it's gonna
It's
be
like
25
25
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we have
Did
chats
we
in
just forget
between.
how to do?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this sprint, so I'm just posting now on Instagram stories to say that we are live. What are you reading, Leonie? Let us know. Are you reading something spooky for the Halloween season, or are you continuing like a read that you had before? Wait, paste. Mhm. Where's the link? Copy.
I was checking my video footages and they're like one is from June and one is from August.
Like,
Or
wait,
at
that's the
least
same video? That's
no,
one
no,
video
different,
together. Oh,
totally
okay, okay.
different reading vlogs. But I'm like, okay, at least I'll just need to edit them. Never edit
Wait,
them.
is this the. No, you posted the mid-year thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is more of like a different like when I was reading mostly um queer graphic
Mm.
novels.
Is it like a themed reading blog?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, I'm just posting stuff. Hi, Leonie. I'm reading again before I can start the spooky book. Oh my god, girl. It's almost the end of the month for a spooky book. I haven't even read.
Alright.
Well, the closest is a thriller book for me.
Yeah, that's like real life spooky, so it's still spooky. Arguably,
A different
probably
kind
even
of.
scarier than.
Because it's real life
Yeah,
ish.
I haven't read Ariadne. I think
Yeah, I haven't. But it's on my radar. Because this
I
was the
just
one
know
with
that
that
I
pretty
love
cover
the.
as well.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna say I know that it has like that pattern thing, and then
yeah.
there's like the color blue and white kind of thing. So I guess that's a good segue for what we're gonna be reading. For me, I'm gonna be reading "If I Have to Be Haunted" by Miranda Sun. I actually don't know too much about it except that I know that there's like a ghost. It's like a paranormal romance kind of thing. YA romance
Oh,
where there's a girl who finds a ghost or a dead body. or something like that. And then I think she's gonna try to either solve the murder of that of that person, or revive that person from the dead. I don't really know. I haven't really checked it.
Okay,
I really
okay. At least it's like something that you just get into blindly.
yeah, yeah.
Can you see the
So
cover again?
if I have to remind,
Ooh, it's pretty.
yeah, it's
Wait,
from
does
Fairy
it
Loot.
do an effect when you like do that haunted? Or
What's
is
haunted? Ah,
huh?
there is. Yeah, 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 there
Yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah, okay, okay,
I
okay.
think if there's like light, you'll see it. But I went with the
Yeah, it like
spooky
has an
vibes, so I
effect.
can't. Let's just say that's spooky.
Two
So
pieces
I'm
of
reading
candles.
this because I'm trying to do this readathon called Vampathon, and they have a prompt for paranormal romance. So I think I was gonna read You've Reached Sam, but I thought that's probably a bit sad, too sad, and not spooky. So I thought maybe not.
It's not spooky. It's not
Yeah,
spooky.
it's just I know that there's like a ghost or like a paranormal ish vibes, or maybe it's psychological. I actually don't know. I just know that she calls her dead boyfriend and then he
Yep.
answers. That's the only thing that I know about it. And I know that people cry when they read this book, so I'm like, maybe not the best book to read for now. So I'm gonna do this one if I have to rehunt it. And then, what are you reading?
I will be reading A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. So it's a thriller book about this two messed up people who has like a very on and off relationship, and they share like a very twisted and they share very
Sorry, a twisted love
um
story.
twisted history, should I
Mm,
say? Because like there's a secret that they're keeping, and it's something that's kind of unraveling as the story goes. But their relationship is literally twisted because like the way that they try to get the
cover
attention
up.
of the
Okay.
other is super over the top, like
Okay.
calling 911
Oh my
kind
god.
of attention seeking
Basically, they're
activity.
insane.
Yes, they're psychopaths, and I'm still reading it.
Wait, have you started it or
Yeah,
just
I'm
starting it
like
now?
60% through, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
Almost done. Yeah.
an on and off reading
Mm.
journey because I feel like I didn't even track this on Goodreads, and
When you started
um
reading it?
yeah, when I started reading it, I'm like, when did I start this? So I feel like I started September after we read Mockingjay or while we were reading
Mm.
Mockingjay.
Mm.
So I'm not sure, but I've been reading this for so long
Actually,
that I just wanted it to be over.
when I was doing the graphics and stuff for the live, I was thinking, oh, I'll do it spooky, blah blah, because it's Halloween. But then I realized,
Yeah,
oh, what if Pam's not reading like a
I'm reading
spooky
a
book? And I'm
romance this
thinking,
time,
nah, she's always reading thrillers, so
and you were right.
it's fine. And I
You know
was
what?
right.
Since you're saying that, I'm just gonna surprise you one of these
One
days.
time, like read random contemporary. Actually, you read contemporary. Read like a romance, like a smutty romance, good, or just to
Yeah, like
surprise me.
just to be petty, you know.
Okay, I think we can. Do you want to start reading so we can get a lot of
Yes.
reading done? So we usually do 25 minutes, and then I have this cozy witch cottage ASMR room. Let me know if the audio is too
Okay,
loud.
sure.
Wait, hold. Oops. Can you hear it? No.
You- Is it playing?
Yeah. Like it's like a
No
rain.
music, right? It's just
No music.
vibes.
Yeah, yeah, just
Okay,
vibes.
okay.
Wait, are
No
you
music.
listening to audiobook? No.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay. Just reading. Okay. Start sprint number one
Happy reading.
for 25 minutes. Happy reading. Hello. How is your
Hello
reading?
again. So I got to 69%. I started from 65. It's still progress
Hmm.
for me because I feel like it's more than what I've read for the past for the past days. How about you?
I got to page 22. So it's a bit slower than usual. But I think it's because I'm filming like a reading vlog at the same time. So I did some shots while reading
Intro.
on the phone. Yeah. Hi Ray. Yes, it has been
Hi,
a long
Ray.
time.
A very long time.
Ray is reading The Death of Mrs.
Ooh,
Westway by
Ruth
Ruth
Ware.
Ware. Ruth
It's one
Ware
of the
is,
most, yeah, one of the
I think I
most highly
always see
rated.
her. Yeah, I always see her in.
Specifically, Mrs. Death was the way.
Okay, I will add this. I think you've recommended like a Ruth Ware book to me, but I haven't read it. But,
Or maybe it was the other way around because there's a Ruth Ware book I didn't like at all.
maybe.
I have read The Turn of the Key.
Yeah. I
Um,
think that's the one that you told me about. The Turn of the Key.
then One by One. It was so I guess it was probably Turn of the Key.
And you didn't like that one.
Let me try to remember.
Happy 300. Yes, I just checked
Three.
because of your message that I did get the 300 subscribers. Hopefully nobody's unsubscribed, so
Ooh.
it goes back to the 200s. Leonie read 31 pages of Ariadne. How far along are you in Ariadne? And are you liking it so far? It's always been one of the books that I see all the time, and I want to read
Yeah.
it, but for some reason I never really pick it up. Like I'm never like saying, I want to read Ariadne today. But I just like how it looks. Is that I think the author has another Ariadne has another retelling that's also popular.
Probably Electra.
Is that the newer one? Ariadne is
Yeah,
the
it's
one
newer
year.
than
Yeah.
Ariadne, like a year apart.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's the one that I saw recently as well. Jennifer Saint. Yeah.
Yeah, because the art style is kind of familiar because of how
The
similar
same like
they look.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you liking your book so far? If you're 69% in, is it like starting to reveal na the whatever? Because I don't know what the plot of the book is. Because you said that they're just two basically insane people, but I don't know like
But like
what's the point of the
it's more of
story.
it's more of there is a perspective of a detective,
Hmm.
and because
Detective. Okay.
one
Wait, does
of
somebody die? We don't know. Is that a
possibly
spoiler?
there is, and the detective is trying to more of like it's not really a spoiler, but
Mm.
so the woman called hired like a private investigator
Mm.
for the for the guy, and because they are insane, it's more of like she's painting a bad picture of the guy, although I'm not saying that
Mm.
he's perfect, but more of like
Like
enough
exaggerated.
for the private investigator to be worried for her, to the point
Mm.
that she's excavating things from the past that shouldn't be excavated, and it involves
Mm.
the two of them. So
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. I,
so it's
I
like
kind
this
of
cat
like
and
that.
mouse
It's like a
thing.
very, yeah, yeah. It's not like a straightforward thriller where you're trying to figure out who died, whatever kind of thing.
So yeah, but I'm more of like just trying to get through it already, so I could
Mm.
start with the ones on Libby because they have another thriller lined up on Libby. It's an audiobook. And
I didn't. Oh, sorry. What are you gonna say?
it's because like I feel like I'm slogging through Twisted Love Story because I don't
Mm.
have an audiobook. Like
Yeah.
it's always borrowed. So I'm like,
You've
no.
started
I
reading
have to read
this
the
like almost a
nice.
month ago now. I read Lock Every Door. I think I finished it
Ooh. How was it?
last week. I actually listened to the audiobook
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like the audiobook was a lot better. I I think I liked it because of the whole like kind of like conspiracy creepy house, creepy
Mm,
hotel room or not hotel,
yeah.
like
Apartment, yeah.
apartment vibes. I hated the main character. Like she was
Yeah,
so
she's kinda
annoying
dumb.
for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like she's so annoying for like the way that she like the actions that she thinks of, like the first thing that she thinks of whenever things happen. I'm like, really? Is that really how you're gonna like do this? Like you're like in a horror movie, you'll be the first character to die.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I get from her. But I like the whole creepy thing. I think the only thing that I didn't like that it was so obvious who the sort of how do I say this? Like it's obvious who they're trying to say is like the evil person or the bad
Mm,
person in the story. But I did like the whole reveal and how messed up it was.
mm.
But I feel like I was just really annoyed by the main character.
But at
I believe
least
if
you
I
still
read
finished
it.
it though. Like considering
Yeah,
that
yeah. It was because it was
you're in
interesting. I
the
wanted to know like why they were doing the things that they were doing. I
yeah.
wanted to know that. But
And is
then
it
I was just
really
like,
paranormal or is it just
yeah,
people behind it? Yeah.
yeah. Yes, it was good. Um I think I
Then
like
after
that
that, don't read
better.
any other Riley Sager book.
Right. I liked it better than what's the other final girl something the final girl. The
The
Riley Sager that has the final because I always get it mixed up with another book that's also like Final
the
Girl.
Grady Hendrix. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I read the Riley Sager one and I didn't like it that much. But this one
Yeah,
I
it's
like
just
it.
Final Girls.
Final Girls, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Leonie is 240 pages in and it's been on my TBR forever. It's her debut. And it's written very well. Okay, I didn't know that was her first book. I haven't. It's been a while since I read any like retelling, like Greek. Is this Greek, Ariadne? Greek mythology
I
retelling?
think
I don't
so.
know.
I think so.
I think the last one I read was Song of Achilles, and it's been a while.
Which is ironic because that is also my currently reading, and I started it like
Oh,
end of August.
I
I'm
remember
still
that you
not
were
done.
reading it.
I'm still not done.
Is it like do you not like it, or you're
I
just
don't
not in the
know.
mood
It's
for it?
more of just reading in general. I've
Hmm.
been very tired. Like
I'm just tired. Me, I think I'm starting to get back into reading. I've
mm,
read City of Glass, which is the third book
why?
of the. And in fairness, I think that third book was the best out of the three. Compare, like I feel like the first two books are so like the pace is so weird and so slow, and Clary is just annoying. Like she's annoying all throughout. I don't like her at all.
So even in City of Glass, she's annoying.
I don't like I don't like her. Because did you read the entirety or just the first book?
I don't remember. I think I just
Yeah.
read until the second one.
I think I was
Speaking
just the
of
entire time I was reading it, I was just imagining Jamie Campbell Bower in my head to get me through the books. I listened to it on audiobook because like I don't think I could read it. It's so like slow. Be proud of me. I listened to it at 2.25x speed for the
wow,
first time.
fantasy book.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like the
because
last
it's
book I'm going to
you would
be
read it,
reading
you'd be
at
listening at
two
that
point.
fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably
I think it's
thriller.
because it's
I
just
could do it.
it's a lot of like it's not complicated in terms of like how it's constructed, like the words that they use. It's very YA,
Mm,
like the way it's written, so you can kind of like re- understand it quickly. I think the moment that you understand the whole structure of this, like the shadow hunters, the
yeah, yeah,
demons,
yeah.
or whatever, you can like breeze through the books. I think I would have read it so much slower if I was reading it because it has a lot of like I mean, the writing isn't my
Repetitive.
favorite. Yeah, it's kind of
Uh,
repetitive. It's kind of bland in the writing department. So I feel like if I was reading it, it would have been so much slower. At least when I was just listening to it, I would be doing other stuff and then I would be listening
mm,
to it.
yeah.
So I'm
So you're
improving
gonna
in my
continue
audiobook skills. I think so because they said that the next series, the Infernal Devices,
devices.
um, yeah, they said that that's like the best. Like that's what everyone loves, not
Yeah, they
this
just say
mortal
that.
instrument. So I'm like, I might as well go with it since I've already started. I also watched the movie last night.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of Jamie Campbell Bower the entire time to get me through everything.
Like, okay, this is
So that was City
what's
of
his name
Glass.
again? What's his name in the book?
Jace. Yeah,
Jace, and
yeah.
Clary.
My only like I'm really concerned for Miss Cassandra Clare because I don't understand why is this a spoiler? So you know the controversial plot line in this book, right? So I don't understand why she did that plot line and then walked it back and basically said that that plot line is actually not true, but then
Mm.
she also brought it back again where it's actually true. Like
Am
I
I
don't know, like
thinking of the correct plot line as in the
yeah, the one that you told me about.
ins?
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. So she
She
introduced that.
brought it back.
And then she walked it back and said, "Oh, actually, that's not like that's not actually true." And then she reintroduced it again with where it's
Psych.
actually true. I'm like, but apparently she wrote a fan fiction of HP that's like with that trope. So I guess she was really into that like storyline
uh,
at the time.
I guess.
So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
So I know that Ray, you've read Mortal Instruments. So let me know
Yeah,
if you have
yeah,
like
yeah.
any thoughts on that. Yeah, 'cause I'm like what 15 years late in reading it, so everyone has moved on except for
Has
me.
it been that long?
I don't know. I think it's 2009. 2009, 2000, I think that era, 2008, because everything's very emo, very pop pop, and references. So it's definitely like 2007, 6 or something, or 2008, maybe.
I huh. I think it was college. It was
Really?
college time for me because I
For you,
remember
when you read it?
vividly. I remember vividly going to book sale after school,
Looking
and I
for
was
it.
able to buy book 4 and 5 from book sale and
Mm.
hardbound
The
that I never
first
got to
book,
read.
City of Bones, is 2007. And then
Damn.
she published one book per year. So 2007, 8, and 9. So City of Glass is 2009. I know that there's like this TV show for it on Netflix. I'm like thinking I
Yeah,
should
they say
watch.
it's better.
I mean, the movie it has the same vibes as like you know how you love to hate Twilight. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you know that
yeah,
it's not like a super good movie, but then you still enjoy watching it.
yeah,
It has
yeah,
that kind of vibe. Like it's there's so many characters there and so many scenes there that just made me laugh so much, and it's kind of like a meme in my head now.
yeah.
So I feel like it has that kind of longevity where you just want to watch it because it's funny or it's entertaining. So I don't know if the TV series is like a serious version of
The
the.
Shadow Hunters, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Maybe I'll watch it since I've already read the book. So actually,
And
I don't
you
know if
just
it's the
have
first
to
or second.
research like until
Yeah,
when,
until what
like until
episode I
which
can
book.
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because I think the next one I'm gonna be reading is the Infernal Devices, which I think is a prequel.
of
Like it's set
Mortal.
in the it's set in the like Victorian era kind of thing. Or like it's like
Wait.
it's a prequel.
Yeah, it does say prequel is the Infernal,
Mm.
spin-off is Dark Artifices.
Artifices, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Mortal Instruments.
I think that's the most recent one. Like in
Yeah,
terms of
because there's still
chronological
there
timeline.
are a lot of spin-offs.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And they're mostly in the past, I think. Yeah, just a
good
little
luck to
update
you.
on my Shadowhunters journey.
Are you gonna try to
uh,
like create like a board of like
Carrie already did it. Like Carrie can read.
uh
She already posted one, so I don't think I will. But there is like a. I'm planning to do that for maybe Greenbone Saga. Although it's not like like because Greenbone Saga is not like it's not a book that you love to hate. It's like
yeah,
really
yeah, it's
good. So I don't know if it works for that format. So we'll see. I read Infernal Devices during the early pandemic, though my fave series from Last Hour. Okay, sequel of the Infernal Devices. So it's like
damn, it's a
a
lot.
prequel to Mortal Instruments. That's the one with the. That's the most recent one, right? The chain of something, chain of iron, chain of thorns, blah blah blah. I think that's the most recent. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome to the sprints. I'm reading Ordinary Monsters. 70% na nabasa pa medyo dragging na. Sana. I've seen the cover for
Hi
this, but I don't know
Kathleen.
where it's from.
Welcome to our
Or
sprint.
Ordinary Monsters. Yeah. The cover. I really like the cover for this one. I've seen it in person, and the moon at the background of the cover is like it's foiled kind of thing, so it looks really good.
Ah,
At least in the hardback. 660 pages. Oh my gosh.
goodbye.
I don't know when I last read that long of a book.
Girl, it's been years. pandemic era for me. I think the last
Is
one
it
was The
Way
Way
of
of Kings.
Kings?
The Way of Kings. That was
That's been a long time. I think that's about the time when we first actually met.
yeah, 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 yeah.
The time, yeah. It's been a long time.
And now I gotta reread it if I want to read the sequel.
Yeah,
It's just
actually,
a
wanna
cycle.
like I've been wanting to read Miss the next book to Miss Born, but then I want to read Miss Born first again. But every
Yeah,
time I
yeah,
open
yeah.
it, I get kind of scared because it's like look at how like
Yeah,
it's
the
like a
font.
textbook. It's so thick, and the font is like it's not small where it's bad, but you just know that it's long.
The and like
And the
they're kind of close.
margins,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, the margins is like look at that. It's like a textbook.
Girl, if you survive that, you're gonna survive Way of Kings. That
I just feel
shit
like
is so
I
small.
need to get the bigger,
Yeah, the hardbound. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, or at least I think they have like the bigger paperbacks as
Mass
well, but it's
paperback. I know.
harder
The
because I
one
think the one
is
that you have, the one is so small, but it's like a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
brick. I don't know if I can survive that. I mean, yours is like it's
The
so
mass
tiny, but
paperback.
it's like so thick. The infernal devices last hour more. Ah, okay, got it.
Damn.
Hi,
Hi,
Elena. We're
Elena.
back.
Welcome
It's been a
back.
while. I'm
Ish.
glad
We're
you
back.
still join
Ish.
us. We're back for today.
Can't promise, but
I miss all my brothers on novellas. Yeah, I saw that there's like I searched for like a reading order for Shadow Hunters, and it's so long. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to like read, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a plot summary, but I might do like a reaction video. I'm gonna read the Throne of Glass series.
why are you subjecting yourself
I don't
to?
know.
And we're trying to get back to reading, right?
I
Unless it's for a video, so it's
think
gonna be like
it
kind
is
of a
for a
motivation.
video,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and I think I'm just curious. Like whenever there's like a book where everyone like either super love it or super hate
Or
it,
super
it
hit.
makes me
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
read it because I'm like I want to know if I love it or if I hate it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't
Just
know.
see what the hype is all about.
All right, guys, excited this November movie of Nevada, Songbird and Snake. We are
Girl, we
excited
have
that
to
we are
read
so
it.
bad at our Hunger Games read along.
Oh my god, we haven't even
We
started yet.
Yeah, I know. We've read Mockingjay. We've done the live show. We have, right? Oh no,
No,
we
we
haven't. We
because you haven't
haven't
watched the movie
the
yet.
movie yet. So we haven't watched the movie yet. So I need to. We need to. I'm gonna plot it in the calendar.
I
We've
guess I'm
lost
just gonna
track
have to
of
do an
time.
audiobook of ballad, so it's fast.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I already
I'm
borrowed it
gonna
from the
try to
library. Like I'm
borrow. I only have
in
the
queue.
Kindle. I have it on Kindle because I pre-ordered it,
Malad.
so that's the only copy I have. And I don't think it
Songbirds
deserves
and
to be
snakes.
bought the physical copy. So
I'm still like 5 weeks. I might just buy it on Kindle if I can.
I am kind of excited though. Like, although I'm a bit apprehensive and I didn't really
It's
like the
long.
prequel. Yeah, it's long, like 500
The audiobook
pages.
is 16 hours, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
about
yeah.
like
Like
500, 600
yeah,
pages.
570 or something if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow that. Ooh,
Okay, I need
3
to
weeks.
schedule. Okay. I'm gonna schedule our our watch what do you call that? Stream of Mockingjay. Hey, are we gonna do the part one, part two? Because I remember it's part one,
There
part
are
two.
two parts. It's funny
How
because like we planned out the
we plan
the
out
whole
when we're
schedule
gonna
thing.
watch it,
Yeah, yeah,
but then we didn't like we suddenly fell off the face of the earth and didn't do anything related to booktube.
yeah. Just booktube in
It's
general.
called
I haven't.
life. It's called life.
But I
Mockingjay
am
part one
excited
is
though,
two
because like
hours.
at the end of the day, it's still new Hunger Games
Content,
material for
yeah.
me.
And I feel like
Like
I'm excited to see how it would change now that it's produced and filmed like much later
in
in
modern,
terms of like
yeah.
the style, yeah. Because even with Hunger Games and Catching Fire, there's like a big jump in the like the style of the. There's no more of that camera shaking shit.
Which would be
So
very curious because the Ballad
yeah,
of Songbirds and Snake. At least the setting,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
modern. It's not
yeah. Because
futuristic.
it's a
You
prequel.
know?
Yeah, yeah. So Mockingjay Part Two. How long is this movie? I was
The
because I'm
movies are
thinking should I just watch
long,
it. Should I just watch it back to back, but then the movies are like 2 hours and 30 minutes, or 2 hour, almost three
girl.
hours. So probably no. Okay, we'll talk offline about this.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! So when is the movie
I
out?
just
November.
I think 11 or wait.
Oh my
Ballad
gosh!
of
I
Song.
think we even planned to watch it
Watch
together, like
together.
in the
Yeah.
cinemas. I mean, I'm still down to
We
do
can
that.
still do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think because it's a prequel, so I don't know if does it matter if we have it, or should we just watch the last movie on our own? Because there's
As in
two,
Mockingjay.
Mockingjay,
We
or schedule one, watch part two together, or because I don't know how it's split. I'm just thinking that part two might be more. It's the more like exciting part. It's the more action
like
part
it's
where
the
they go into
height.
the yeah. Because I feel like part
November
one will be a lot
17th
of okay. Well,
is
there's
the
still
world premiere.
time. It is holiday, so maybe.
Damn, I really need to finish the thriller then.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh my
sige. So
god,
let's go
Mockingjay is
through the
still here.
comments.
Like it's
And
a
I'm
reason.
reading The Crime That Binds. So Elena's always reading books that I have never heard of. Or it's just me because I don't check out a
That's
lot of books.
fine.
Oh, is it like a cozy mystery? It's like a cozy mystery series. Kind of like
Ooh.
a yeah.
Oh, that's a
Oh, it's
cute
so
cover.
cute. There's a cat. Yeah.
Yeah. I see this kind of like art sometimes with cozy mysteries.
Yeah. It's
Like
like
it involves
kind of
animals.
vintage looking yeah. I think the audiobook is available on Libby for
It is.
ballads.
It is.
I
It
think it
is.
is. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's kind of long. The wait is long, like
It's
3 weeks at the
mine.
earliest.
I have mine at 2 weeks, so I'm gonna place a hold now and just see if it comes out. It's like a mystery book. Yep. Okay, I think let's start the next sprint now that we have a lot that we need to finish our book so we can. I love how we got so
We
stressed about
can
this.
move on with life.
Okay, let's start the next sprint for 25 minutes. Happy reading, everyone. Hello. That felt fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was fast.
I don't know what happened there. It felt pretty fast.
It felt like just 15 minutes.
Yeah. I really felt Tumimakinji shouldn't be two parts. It should only be one. Oh, okay.
It's more of
Interesting.
like
Your book?
milking the franchise, most
Yeah.
likely.
Wait, have you've watched it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
before,
Yeah. Because I'm
but I
also
don't remember
thinking
shit.
like, I mean, the book itself isn't that long, but I guess there are two distinct parts in it if you think about it. Like the part where
The
they're,
games happened, and then
yeah.
after.
So maybe that's why there's two parts, but yeah, probably too long. Because if it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours each, that is so definitely long. Leonie, another 26 pages. Good for you. I think I only read 20 pages.
Okay, I don't track the pages when I'm on Kindle, but I was able to read 5%.
So you're now at like 74?
Send
Something like
four,
that.
yeah.
So do you think
So
you'll
one
finish it?
percent more per sprint.
I don't know if I like so far it's reading very YA, which is to be expected. It is
Is
YA.
it YA? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. So that's to be expected, but it's a little bit on the it's very like teenager vibes. That's
Uh,
because the characters are teenagers, they're like in like high school or something. And then like I'm not super interested with the like these two people here. They've like I'm not interested. So maybe once the incident happens where this guy dies, maybe that's when things
mm,
start. Because right now we're just going through the whole I don't want to work with him. I
introduction.
hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get along. Blah blah blah. And then they keep
Just to make it
fighting.
more hard hitting when he dies.
Yeah, I think so. Or like to establish that sort of like enemies to lovers angle, because that's
Mhm.
what I feel like. Because obviously they look like lovers in this, so this is probably a spoiler. I don't know, but I just know
Look at
that he
the
died.
back cover.
It's a naked cover of
That's
the book.
literally Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu.
Really, well, with the without
Because of the silver
wet
hair.
hair, like
Is he
relaxed
blue
hair.
eyed?
Yeah, he is. He is blue eyed. So maybe the artist for this is like a fan or something. Because he was described, he's supposed to be blonde, but I think because he's dead here, that's why it became white. It's because
Ah.
he's like a ghost in here, I think. Because he's supposed to be blonde with blue eyes. So yeah. I love how that's your observation of this.
This is literally silver haired. And like the style of the hair
The
was very
wispy, yeah.
Gojo.
211 pages in, and in chapter 13, so getting
Ooh.
closer to being done with the book. Nice. We
That's
have
pretty
probably
long
have
for a
two
cozy
more
mystery.
sprints. 211. Actually, it is. 'Cause usually books that are like average like is like 300, right? For like a normal thriller
Yeah, for a cozy
mystery,
mystery.
like 300, 340.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elena, nine more chapters left. It is pretty long.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
a series when
But
I
are you
check.
enjoying it? I mean, you've read. Did you read like the other books in the series as well? Because I think this one is like in the middle. So did you have to
Mhm.
read the other
Or
books, or
is
is
it a
it kind of like
standalone?
a yeah, like
Yeah.
kind of like a Nancy Drew moment where each book is like separate?
I've never read Nancy Drew.
I've never read it, but I've played most of the games. Those were like my favorite games when I was younger. All of the Nancy Drew mystery games. I don't know. I
Even
just really like
even
the
like
mystery game.
what else for like a long series, like the Babysitters Club
I've
or
never read that.
Goosebumps. I have read
Goosebumps, I
Goosebumps.
have read quite a bit. I think in Goosebumps, that's where I first read a book that's like a choose your own adventure. We're
Mhm.
kind of like, if you want to go inside, go to page,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that was the first time I encountered a book like that. It was very exciting.
yeah.
But it was good. I like Goosebumps. Maybe I should read
Yeah.
it again. I don't remember anything. I just know that there was that episode.
They're
That there was
different,
that
yeah,
book
different
where
different books
yeah.
basically. Because
And
they're
I
also
think there's like
themed.
a TV series for it as well, right? I think there
A
is.
recent one. Yeah,
Oh,
as in like it's out.
okay.
Something's out now.
Okay, okay. I thought there was like an older one, so I'm thinking of something else. I think I think if it's okay with you, let's start the third sprint because I'm dog sitting right now for a friend, and she just texted me that she's about to pick up
On
her
the way.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to do that while we're sprinting. So I think she's almost near. So you wanna go to the third sprint?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then maybe do you want to make it like 30 minutes or no?
For the
Let's
sun,
stick with 30 minutes. Yeah, because it felt
I'm okay
so
with
short.
that.
Or
Okay with that. Then we stick when we go back to 25 for the last one.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
30 is fine.
I'll do 30 here. Because I have to go down and give her her dog. Maybe I'll show her on the stream later before we go. Or, I don't know.
And
Maybe
then I
not.
say hi.
We'll see, we'll see. Okay, I'll
Alright.
start sprint number 3. And I might leave in the.
The timer though.
Happy reading! Hi, I'm still here. False
Hello.
alarm.
Maybe she got into traffic.
Probably, but I think she said that she might be around 9:30, 9:40. So the next sprint, I will be leaving a bit.
Okay.
So how was your reading? How many
I
percent
got
did you get?
to 82%.
Oh, do you
So
think you'll finish
that's
it
a lot.
tonight?
Nah, I don't think so. That's a hard no.
You're not gonna
But
read more after
in
the sprint.
case, like, if anything interesting comes up,
Then
things
maybe
are
you'll just
starting to
finish it.
really
Yeah.
pick up. So who
Me,
knows?
I got to page 74, and the thing
Mm,
happened. This guy died and turned into a ghost, which is not a spoiler. That's literally the synopsis of the book.
like
So
finally he
things are
died.
starting, yeah, finally, things are starting to pick up, and there's like a couple of lines here that felt like I feel like the author wanted it to be a very sort of kind of like an enemies to lovers line, but because I feel like because this is YA, it just feels petty. Like all of their arguments just feel petty to me because I'm old as fuck. But, but I feel like the line was supposed to be hard hitting in a sense, but it's just
Mm,
it wasn't. But it's okay. It's not bad. But I think because it's YA, I'm not as invested in them. But we'll see. It's not. Is it how long is this book? Why are there
is
so
it
many black
300
pages?
plus?
I think, or is there an epilogue? So if I include the epilogue, I don't want to be spoiled. Hold on. 300. Why is there no page number in the epilogue? I think around 360, something like that.
Ah, that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's fine. I think I just need to. I think I can read it fast actually if I just sit down and do that because it's easy to read and hopefully there's like a lot more adventure like mystery aspect where they're
Um,
trying to figure out what's going because the first like 70 pages like I literally just read that he died, so all the
yeah,
pages before that was just like petty high school arguments like i don't
yeah.
want to i don't want to be his lab partner, blah blah blah, because they're
Oh
always
my god.
fighting, blah blah, like the guy is a jock and the girl is this rule following Chinese American
Uh,
who's
mm,
always like trying to please their
upstanding
parents.
citizen ish.
Yeah, and then she's like she has like a stick up her ass, and then this guy is like the
Mm,
cool and rich and
yeah, of
whatever.
course, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. So it's very that typical part that yeah. So it's kind of well, it is so expected. It is why. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Alex, welcome back to the Sprints.
Hi,
It's been a
Alex.
while. What are you reading? If you're gonna be reading with us, we have one
One
more
more sprint.
sprint for 25 minutes, so you can maybe make some good progress with whatever you're reading or doing in case you're not reading. I think the last book that I read I really like was I read What Moves the Dead by T. King Fisher.
Ah, the one with the
The one with
creepy
the
cover.
rabbit
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I also
good.
have that on my TBR.
It's only
Is it good?
160
Is it
pages.
good?
I like it. Yeah, I like. I feel like the writing was very like it's very good in a sense that it was able to make me like invested in the characters and the plot with just 160 pages. I think it's really good.
Yeah,
I
because
really
like
like
it's a
it.
challenge if it's a shorter book.
Yeah, it feels like sometimes it has to be just an atmospheric book or it's just a character study, but then to
Yeah.
have both where it's like you're interested in the plot, and I feel like the resolution was also quite good. I wanted to read it because there's like a TV series for the um the source material, which is Fall of the House of Usher. So that's the
Ah, I
source
have that on my
material.
list.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think it's a is it Edgar Allan Poe or something like. Hold on, Fall of the House of Usher, Edgar Allan Poe. So the original story was a short story by Edgar Allan
Yeah,
Poe,
yeah, yeah.
and then What Moves the Dead sort of takes the story and the characters, and then it's sort of like expanded on it. Like it's not a
Not a retelling.
retelling with an additional content. Like she's because the short story was super short. It's kind of like like it's a scene or something like that. Just a it just presents you like with the setting and then these people, but it's not like a complete story. Like there's no
Mm.
resolution, blah blah blah. So I think that's what she tried to do with What Moves the Dead, and I think she did it quite well with 160 pages. So now I can watch the TV show, which looks very creepy, but yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been saying it's good. I've only been hearing good things about
It is.
the
It's very.
series.
It's. I'm not sure if you're like. I think it'll be fine, but it can get very like disgusting with the descriptions of like growth and fungi and mold and decay and
Mm.
whatever. It's very descriptive, but I think you'll be fine. 'Cause,
Yeah, I don't think I'm much bothered by
yeah,
that. I mean, considering what I like
what
reading,
you
so
read.
the more I
Kathleen
read, the better.
says, "Not sure if I want to continue Ordinary Monsters,
Oh
or I want to
no.
finish it now." Oh, that's
Is it
like
the
the worst
DNF? Oh
feeling.
my gosh.
If you
And
just
depends
want
on
to finish
how
the book.
long you've been
It's
reading it.
660 pages. I feel like if I don't remember how many pages you've read. 70% in. You're
Oh
almost at the end. So
man.
it's kind of like difficult to DNF at that point. I'm not sure about you. Some people DNF very easily, even if they're like 80%, whatever. For
I
me,
feel
I
like
feel like if I
yeah.
go past like 10%, I feel like I can't DNF anymore.
I feel like I can still DNF around like 30%
30%.
max.
That's
Yeah.
your
I
threshold.
feel like that's like a good number for me because like it's not halfway yet, but it's also not like
You don't feel
beginning
like the
ish.
sunk
Yeah.
cost fallacy
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like after 10%, like I've spent 10% already. I don't want to DNF it. I don't know. I'm bad at DNFing books, but I'm learning. Ganda na What Moves the Dead. Yes, I love the writing style. Like I highlighted so many words. It's kind of like it's weird because it's gothic horror kind of thing, right? So it has like
Mm.
very horror as descriptions of mushrooms, of
Yeah,
growth, of
yeah, yeah.
fungi, and decay and everything. So it's very creepy in that sense, but there's like a lot of like witty, funny lines because of the main character. Like he's kind of like the kind of guy with a very quick wit. So the way that
Uh,
he comments, talks to people, there's that kind of aspect. So I really enjoyed that part. Reading the bookshop murder. Well, everybody's reading like murder mysteries and
maybe
stuff.
it's apt
It is
for the
season.
theme. Just so happened.
The bookshop. Just looking at what this is. The bookshop murder. Yeah, have you? Did you just start it, Alex, or have you been reading it for a while? It's 256 pages. It's also a cozy
Cozy
mystery.
mystery.
Yes, also a cozy mystery. I didn't realize there were so many cozy mystery books.
There are a lot. Like consider it just one series and it's a lot
Yeah,
already.
usually there's a lot. Yeah. Fave ko si Poke when I found out it's based on the fall of the House of Usher, binasa ko agad. Yeah, I feel like Edgar Allan Poe is like the author for like horror short stories or like spooky, creepy stories.
Gothic
Yeah,
ish, yeah.
gothic. Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually read. Maybe I've read,
Not
but I
even back
didn't
in
know it
high
was
school.
Poe.
Yeah, not even back
Yeah,
in
yeah. I
high
don't
school.
think
I don't
I
think it
don't think we
wasn't
read
even
any
a
Poe.
required reading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We read a bunch of like Crime and Punishment,
Oh my god.
The Giver. Those were the books that we read in high school. Yeah, I don't think I've ever read anything. But yeah, now that I've read What Moves the Dead, I feel like I'm a little bit more interested because the setting I think is very like the
Similar.
author didn't
Yeah.
change the setting, the characters. I think she just expanded the
Mhm.
storyline to create that sort of the whole, there's a beginning, middle, end to the story. So if that's like the setting, I feel like I would be interested in Poe's work, because it's
Mhm.
super creepy, but not in a very, it's not like horror where they're just giving you all of the gory scenes just for the sake of it. It feels
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very intentional. Manage 247 and chapter 15, 87 chapter 11 my book,
Mm,
and then I'll be reading Halloween book. What Halloween book are you planning to read, Elena? Is that like are you reading like a cozy Halloween book? Because I've been seeing a lot of the, something about a pumpkin cafe. I've been seeing a lot of that book.
Pumpkin Cafe.
Yeah, there's this book that's been popular on, or at least I see it a lot on my feed.
I feel like I've been out of
Pumpkin
the loop
Spice
for a little
Cafe.
bit.
Or is that the book? Spice Cafe. Yeah, Pumpkin Spice Cafe.
And it's
Because
a
it
cozy
was
mystery.
published this year. And I think it's a small town romance with a touch of mystery.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot.
Hasn't been on my radar.
One
Oh my
hour of
gosh.
reading, please.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for us, it's gonna be very late in the night. It's like 9 p.m. for us. So
Yeah.
the next sprint will be for 25 minutes, and then hopefully you can continue for an hour. I'm sure I can, like, you can just look for the Cozy with Cottage video that I'm playing, and then continue on for another, like, fifth,
I
how
actually
many hours?
prefer
Like 45 minutes.
actually prefer the ambiance thing instead
Actually, instead of the
versus the one
music,
with the
right?
music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like with the
okay.
ambience, I can just have it as a background noise.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
the jazz music, sometimes I get distracted with the,
yeah.
especially when they change sort of like the track and the
Mm,
thing. I kind of get distracted. So, especially I guess if you're reading audiobooks, like if you're listening to audiobooks as well. So at
yeah.
least it's not
Like,
like distracting. So yeah, probably I'm gonna stick to the ambience for now.
yeah, I'm probably gonna do that for the next sprints. I'm
Is it
saying
gonna
next
be
sprint.
next
It's
week?
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just not sure
Yeah, I
when.
think I'm sure like for the people who've joined us for sprints before, we usually do this on Fridays, but definitely that's not gonna be possible. I don't think we can't do Fridays anymore,
Yeah, we
right?
can do Fridays and more.
Yeah,
Just for
so
context, is because both of us started working, showing
in
up in the
person. Yeah,
office
yeah, like
in
face
our
to
respective
face. Yeah.
offices. But for me, it's required to come in on a Friday, so it's
Yeah, actually
impossible to
for me
do.
as well. Yeah.
It's impossible to do
So
Fridays
it's a little
here.
bit hard on Friday because we're tired and we just wanna not do anything after work. So if we're ever gonna do sprints, it's probably gonna be a
Like
weekend.
today, like
Yeah, actually,
Sunday.
yeah, Sunday night probably, and I don't know if it's gonna be next week. Maybe we'll find out. You'll find out on the morning of. So just follow us on
Not even the
Instagram.
day before.
Yeah,
But thank you guys for joining
yeah,
us,
for always sharing us. It's
even though
always
we've
a lot of
been.
fun to read with people, and it, like, we definitely do a lot of reading when we do sprints. I always
Yeah,
read like about, what, at least 50 pages every time we do sprints, and that's super good for me because I
which I
usually
haven't
only,
done for like the whole week.
because
So
you
it's
haven't read the whole week.
yeah, I haven't. Mostly because the Switch has been calling to me, so I've been playing when I have
You're
the
reading it. I've
time.
been seeing a lot of the new
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah,
2, and I'm like, oh, it's a good thing that it's exclusive to PS5 or like
consoles. Yeah,
Sony. Yeah, so I don't get tempted to download and play it because I don't have the PS5.
yeah.
So yeah, that is the struggle with. But I have been reading quite a bit. Actually, how many books have I read this month? I think I'm doing pretty good this month because the past few months I've only been reading like 2 or 3 books. But
I
this
don't think
month,
I've even read. It was only Mockingjay that I read for September, and I haven't finished anything for October. So the 2 months have been bad for me in terms of reading.
Yeah, I feel like, are you still like trying to start books and see if something catches or
Not
if is
really,
it
'cause,
just
like, I'm
super busy?
it's just been super busy, and when I always think of downloading audiobooks that I borrowed
Mm.
from Libby and listening to them while I'm commuting, it's more of just,
Mm.
I'm
You just
kind of
want
not
to zone
feeling
out
it.
when you're commuting.
Yeah,
Actually, that was actually me. I think I mentioned before that I'm gonna like start listening to more audiobooks when I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
commuting to work. But I never listen to audiobooks. I just zone out when I'm commuting.
Yeah, because I'm like, girl, I wake up at 5 and I don't think my brain is
Yeah.
ready for an audiobook at like 6 a.m.
Oh, I was gonna say I finished Kings of the Wild, which is
I
a
was
book that I'm gonna get it. I think I'm
So
gonna
did you
copy
vlog about it or did you at least like
it. I
it?
wasn't. So I finished Kings of the Wild. For context, I borrowed this book from Pam. She shipped it to me because I needed a book with a shield on the
Shield.
cover for a readathon that I'm still working on. Like I'm not filming it really,
Yeah,
but I'm still just working on it on my own time because I really love the readathon. It's the Magical Readathon by Book Rose, and I love it. I gave it 5 stars even with the
yeah.
rating system. I really enjoyed. Like I love the character so much. And
Right?
honestly, all your tabs, it's so funny because there's a theme with your tabs. Almost all of your tabs have like what it's like a green joke. All of the tabs are like green jokes. It's
They're
like
all questionable, most
all
likely.
questionable. But it's kind of funny. I really love there's so many it's kind of like a typical adventure where there's like so many things that happens to them. Like they meet
Yeah.
this tribe, they meet this like creature, this
Yeah, before
random
they have
assassin.
yeah,
Yeah, like and then the entire thing is just they're just walking towards this castle at the end of the thing.
yeah.
But then I think it's because the characters and their interactions are so funny, and then it's very like it's funny how very different their
Yeah,
personalities
exactly. I was
are.
about to
Like you have
say,
like
like it's
there was
totally
like
different.
yeah, there's this guy that's very chill, very calm, collected, and there's the guy that's very like eccentric. And then there's this guy that's just I don't know, just want to kill you all the time or something. I don't know, they're just super funny.
But
Like
it
I
just
have the
works
second
out.
book. Yeah, I
Oh,
have
you
the
have
second.
Bloody Rose?
Yeah, I have it, but then I'm not like super like because I know that doesn't like it doesn't
Yeah,
follow the same
the
people.
same universe, but
Yeah,
yeah.
same reverse. I'm assuming like I'm not sure if it follows
Rose
like
was
the
already like
daughter. Yeah, the
yeah.
daughter.
Rose was
Yeah.
already
So I think she's the only one that I know from this book.
but
But
I
yes,
like to assume they're gonna have what they call
like
this
crossover for
cameos.
yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna have
probably.
cameos
Like
there.
I'm just thinking that in this book, if you don't know Kings of the Wild, we're following basically this group of mercenaries.
They're a
But then we're
band.
following them. They're gonna yeah, they're called a band, and then they're like teaming up again after they've already retired, and then they're old and whatever. And they're teaming up again for this adventure that they're doing. So I'm just can imagine they're already old here, and it's so funny how
Yeah,
that plays into the how they're thinking. Oh, my back is gonna hurt the next
yeah,
day.
like
Blah blah blah. I'm like I can relate, and
and
then
you're
I
not
just
even
don't
as
know
old as them.
if we're reading the next book, which is it
Bloody
follows
Rose. Yeah.
kind of like a say the next generation, so they're even older in that book. So I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna make a cameo, like what will their roles be in that series. And that. I really loved it. Super like I didn't like. I normally don't read these types of books, but yeah, this one was super good. So, thank
It's
you
like
for
a
letting me borrow.
cozy fantasy,
Yeah,
but it just
cozy medieval
has, it
fantasy.
has sense. Like it's just not
Yeah,
trying to be funny for the sake of being funny,
yeah.
but like the
There's
whole
still
plot.
that whole like world that they built. Like I
Yeah.
referred to the map a lot. I referred to it a lot. So the only thing maybe that I didn't like was that I'm not a big fan of the villain. Like he doesn't feel like a
A
he
typical.
doesn't feel as fleshed out as the
Uh,
other characters. So it feels like he was just there as like another plot
yeah,
point,
yeah,
which is
yeah, yeah.
fine because I feel like this is really more about the relationships of the characters with themselves and with the other people rather than the actual journey of doing their mission. So I think it's fine, but that's the only thing that I didn't like because they kind of like hyped up that person,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
then
But at the,
yeah,
when the time came, it's just
yeah,
huh.
like the way that that person that they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
The
yeah
thing,
that
it was
part
so
that happened, it was so anticlimactic. I'm like, it's kind
exactly.
of like the equivalent of like what if like a villain just tripped and then died. That's kind of like the
Yeah, yeah,
feeling that
yeah.
I got with how this thing sort of ended. But it's fine because the whole journey of getting there was like everything was so funny. So yeah. So highly recommend Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. Ames.
Ames, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Very random, but I just remembered. Same with audiobooks. The only time worked for me was with Wuthering Heights. Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
going back to
ironic.
classics.
Ironic
Wuthering
for
Heights
me.
audiobook? That feels kind of weird. Like
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. At least
classic
for
for
me.
audiobooks.
I
Yeah,
feel
like
like my
I
brain's just
don't have
gonna like smoke.
non-processed.
Like,
Like I haven't tried a lot of audiobooks, but mostly they're like modern books kind of thing.
mm.
So I'm like trying to imagine like the language that they use in the classics
Unless
as audiobook.
Kathleen is used to reading
Yeah,
classics in the
probably.
first place.
I think I read quite a bit of classics, right, Kathleen? So I think I see it on your books account. So maybe it's fine. But yeah, I think. Do you want to
We can
start the
do
next?
one more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm trying to
I
like.
feel like I could get to 90 or 88%.
Wait, hold
Because I'm
on. I'm
currently
gonna
at
add
82.
what? Ooh. I think you can finish it tonight. I think you should finish it. So you feel
Why do I
the
kind of don't want that?
what
For some reason.
what if no? Wait, I think I'm gonna lose
Ooh,
audio
yeah.
for a second. Hold on.
Okay. I think Elena, we can finish her book on our last sprint. Yeah, let's drink water.
Hello, sorry. I had to reconnect my audio thing. Elena is getting out of the book. Nice. Okay, I do you want to start the next
Well,
sprint?
let's
I'm
do
not gonna forget to share the thing next time. Hold on.
it.
Okay, so share the screen. Okay. So this is gonna be the last reading sprint. We're gonna do 25 minutes this time. And hopefully you guys get a lot of reading done. And yeah, happy reading. Hello. I think you're still on mute.
Yeah, I was.
What was it?
Okay.
The
I was
last
also
read after? Yeah, it
I
did.
got
It did get better.
to 88%. Not so bad.
I got, yeah, I got to, you're reading faster. 6% this time. Is it getting more interesting or
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's getting to the height of like things as with thriller books go.
do you have any like idea how it's gonna end, or is it hard to make any
It's
prediction?
more of like I kind of don't care how it ends. So I'll just be like, let it be.
Okay. So I
How
guess you're
about
not gonna
you?
continue reading it after the sprints.
I'll see, I'll see.
I made it to page 96, and so
Mm.
far it's kind
And
of,
you only started tonight, right?
yeah, during the sprints. I feel like the author wanted to write not a YA book, but maybe like a new adult book with a lot of like angsty sort of
Okay.
enemies to lovers vibes. So she
But
every now and then she throws in lines that feel like it should be for like a different book. Like she said here, so they're like enemies, right?
mm,
In school, like they're bickering about like I don't know
yeah, yeah, yeah.
flyers for the swim club, or like being part lab partners, blah blah blah. So it's very like petty high school
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But then this girl, suddenly she's saying, they, as in she and the guy, they were still holding on to old knives, seeing how much they could make each other bleed. I'm like, girl, you're a teenager. What are you saying? Literally, your
You're
fights are
arguing
about
about so many. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This isn't
literally
a.
your fights are about like what the guy throwing like a crumpled piece of paper on your head in class. Like
I would
literally, that's her
understand if it's like in a Green Bone Saga book, like
contact.
something
Or
more heavy.
like so, like every now and then there's this line that really feels like it's trying to be a lot older, or like
Yeah,
a lot
it
more
ain't that
angsty
deep.
older. Like I mean, obviously if it's like a book like in a fantasy setting, so even if they're teenagers, you kind of feel like it makes sense because they're
It's
put into
more
like
apt, yeah.
situations that are like very mature, like people
Mm.
dying, demons, whatever, kind of
Yeah,
like that. But then if you're just like literally you're just bickering about, I don't know, a tree house and like falling
yeah.
from a tree house, I'm like, girl. So I don't
It
know
ain't that
if this
deep.
is how it's gonna be later on. I think it's just gonna be like the kind of read where I'm just having fun poking at it. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But is it? Are you taking it seriously?
at this point, like ever since I read that line, and then there was another line earlier that I didn't like mark, but I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. We'll see. I mean, it made me like do. I haven't like done the reading journal update in Storygraph in a
Mm.
while, but this made me type comments so I can remember it when I'm doing like a recap or whatever. But
Well, you have to be grateful for the book, I guess,
so
for
it
making you go back to
we'll
journaling
see. I mean,
and
I'm still
story.
early. I'm only 96 pages in. Only how many percent? 22. So maybe it improves, but I really just can't get the fact that literally they're like
High
they're
school. Is
arguing
it? Yeah.
lollipops and whatever. I'm like,
Because
they're literal children. So maybe
like,
it's
I feel like
apt.
you.
Like children can be like super dramatic. I mean, like Tumblr era days, we were all very dramatic. So maybe there's like a merit to it.
Yeah, I guess it's just because we're older
Yeah, that's right. It's
in seeing
funnier
it
now.
from.
Yeah.
But is it told in the
Kathleen.
perspective of like the girl, or is it?
No, it's third person. But
Okay.
it's third person, but it's not multiple POV.
Mm,
Or yeah, you're just following Kara,
the
but
girl.
it's like
Yeah, yeah.
third person. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, but the guy, there's this line here that it's very, this one, it's not a spoiler, so I'm just gonna say it, and there's only like 5 people here anyway. Um, it was like, it's super. These are the lines that make me think like it's super YA, very cringy. It says here, it was the kind of smile that had the power to blind her to all else. The kind of smile that built bridges, forged political alliances, unfurled the sails of ships. Lethal in its charm. I'm like, am I too old or is this too cringy?
Yeah, it kind of is. Like,
So that part, it's very YA. And then the next few pages, it goes with like seeing how much they can make each other bleed, kind of thing. Girl, you're
I
gonna
mean,
win
maybe
it.
they're poetic.
Yeah. Oh my god. Kathleen is an English major. Oh, so that's why you were
Makes
forced to
sense. Yeah,
read
yeah.
classics. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yay, Elena! Congrats on
I knew
finishing your
it.
book. What are you gonna read next? I think you mentioned that you
She
want to
did,
read like
yeah,
a
a Halloween book.
Halloween book. So what book do you plan to read, and are you gonna start reading it now? Because I think if I remember correctly, it's like earlier in the day for you. Like it's usually morning for you when we do the sprints at night, or at least like early afternoon, something like that. So are you gonna continue reading or start reading the new book today? Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the book that you just finished. And I think that it is for us. We don't know when we're gonna do sprints next. It's just gonna be a surprise, as it always is. Kathleen says that she's also finishing the book tonight.
Uh,
It's picked back up again. Okay, so hopefully the last like push is good. That will make you like finish it. And I think it's a very chunky book, so that's like an achievement if you finish it.
yeah.
And I guess the question is, because I just saw that this is a series, are you gonna continue with the series, or is it dependent on whether or not you like this book? So I don't know if you're the type of person who needs to finish series, aka me, but or if
Or
we're
the other
okay
hand,
with
aka me.
we're okay with DNFing series. So maybe in the next sprint you could let us know. Whenever that is. But yeah,
Whenever
I
that is,
think
she's probably deep into the series already.
yeah. Like finishing the next book.
Yeah, but it's definitely gonna happen, guys. Like
Yeah.
the sprints are definitely gonna happen. It's just a matter of finding a
Like
rhythm
how
again, given
frequent,
that,
yeah.
yeah, we're working adults.
Life happens and gets in the way. Yeah. Hopefully we have time to watch the Mockingjay on Discord. We're trying. We don't know yet. We're gonna talk about it later or
Offline, yeah.
whatever. Yeah, we're
Offline.
gonna talk about offline and we'll announce it on our Instagram. But we do have a Discord for the Hunger Games read along. It's not active, honestly. It's not active. But that's where we're gonna watch the movie. So if
Mm-hmm.
ever you want to join us, we'll send the link again to that Discord when we announce. And yeah, we'll watch that and then we'll hopefully get to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes before it goes out. The movie goes out on November 17th. But we'll see. Just follow us on Instagram to get the latest update. Kathleen says depends on the ending, I guess. Yeah. So the book that we're reading next is the Halloween. Oh, the name is Halloween book, or
Ah,
which is interesting. Yeah, in the morning. I read
damn.
it today.
That's so early.
Damn, that's so early. But yeah, well,
See
hopefully
you
you
next
enjoy it.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. See you next time.
Oh, you have to
Oh,
power
Adrian,
through it.
yeah, you'll just finish it after the sprints. I know. I hope you like the book as well. So yeah, I think that is it for us. We're gonna go for now. I hope everyone has a spooky but also cozy Halloween if you celebrate or if you enjoy the holiday. And we'll see you next time. Bye
Bye,
everyone. Thank you
everyone.
for
Thank you for
coming,
joining.
even though it's very last minute random. Thank you.